Okay, so last week, I was in an elevator with my neighbor,
Okay,
and we both just stood there, silent, for 11 floors.
11 floors.
11 floors, Maria. Nobody said a word. We both looked at our phones. We both pretended to be very busy.
Oh no!
And when the doors opened, we both said bye at the exact same time. And then I went inside my apartment and just sat down.
Why?
Because it felt so weird. 11 floors of silence with another human being. Why does that feel so uncomfortable?
That is exactly what we're talking about today. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speak Unstoppable, the podcast where we help you speak English naturally and confidently through real conversations.
I'm John.
And I'm Maria. And we are so happy you're here with us today.
This episode is perfect for B1 to B2 learners, intermediate to upper intermediate level English.
How are you feeling today, John?
Honestly, a little awkward. Because we're talking about awkward silence today, and now I feel awkward just thinking about it.
Ha! I feel great. Ready to talk. And before we start, thank you. Thank you for choosing to learn English with us today. It means a lot.
Yes, really. Let's go.
Okay, tell me something. Have you ever been in a conversation and suddenly nobody speaks?
Yes, all the time.
And what happens in your body?
Oh, it's terrible. My brain goes completely blank. I start thinking, say something. Anything. Why can't I think of anything?
Right. And the silence feels longer and longer, like time slows down.
Exactly. 5 seconds of silence feels like 5 minutes.
And here's the interesting thing. Silence is just quiet. It's not dangerous. Nobody is hurting you. But it feels so uncomfortable
Why is that?
because our brains think silence means something is wrong. Like if nobody is talking, maybe the other person is bored or angry or they don't like you.
Oh, wow. Yes. I always think, did I say something wrong?
Exactly. But most of the time, nothing is wrong. It's just a pause.
But we still need to fill it, right? Because in English conversations, silence feels very different from other languages.
Yes. In English conversations, especially in Western cultures, long silences feel uncomfortable very quickly.
So today, we're going to help you. We'll tell you why silence feels awkward, and we'll give you simple, natural phrases to fill it.
Maybe this happens to you too. You're talking to someone in English, and suddenly, nothing. Your mind goes blank.
Today, that changes. Let's go. Okay, Maria. Can I tell you something embarrassing?
Always.
Last year, I had a first date. We went for coffee. It was going well. We were talking, laughing, everything was nice. And then, silence.
Oh no!
10 seconds of silence. And in my head, I thought, she hates me. This is over. I ruined everything.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, Maria. And I panicked. I said the first thing that came to my mind.
What did you say?
I said, so, do you like bread?
Bread?
Bread. Yes. I asked a grown woman if she likes bread.
John.
I know. I know.
What did she say?
She said, yes, and then more silence.
Oh no! Okay, So this is exactly the problem. When silence comes, we panic. And we say strange things.
Very strange things.
And this word, panic, means to feel sudden, strong fear. You lose control of your thinking for a moment.
Yes, I completely lost control. Bread. Maria. Bread.
Okay, so why does our brain panic during silence?
You said it's because the brain thinks something is wrong?
Yes, scientists call this social discomfort. This means feeling uncomfortable in a social situation with other people.
Social discomfort. Okay.
Our brains are wired for connection. This means our brains naturally want to connect with other people. And silence feels like a break in that connection.
Like a broken wire.
Exactly. Like a broken wire. So the brain says, fix it. Say something. The connection is broken.
And then we say things like, bread.
Exactly. But here's the good news. You can train your brain. You can learn to feel comfortable with short silences. And you can learn natural phrases to fill them.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You're talking to someone, in English or any language, and silence comes. Your brain panics. You say something weird.
It happens to everyone, even native speakers. Okay. Let's talk about the most common situations where silence feels awkward.
Okay. Number 1. Elevators. We already talked about this.
Yes, you're in a small space with someone you don't know well. What do you say?
Most people look at their phone.
Right. But what if you want to say something? What's a natural thing to say in an elevator?
Something simple. About the building? About the weather?
Yes. You can say, this elevator is so slow, right? Or going up. Simple. Light. Easy.
This elevator is so slow, right? I like that. It's a small complaint, but friendly.
Exactly. Small complaints are great conversation starters. A conversation starter is something you say to begin a conversation.
Oh, that's a great phrase. Conversation starter.
Other awkward silence situations. Waiting rooms. You're at the doctor. Or at a government office. And you're sitting next to someone for 20 minutes.
And nobody talks.
Right. In this situation, you can say, long wait today, isn't it? Or, I hope it goes quickly.
These are small, simple, but they open the door.
Exactly. Open the door means you give the other person a chance to respond. You invite conversation.
And the other person can choose to talk or not. No pressure.
Yes, that's important. You're not forcing conversation. You're just offering.
Like offering a cup of tea. They can take it or say no.
I love that. Yes, exactly like that.
What about at work? Awkward silence with a colleague?
Oh, yes. Very common. You're making coffee in the office kitchen. Your colleague walks in. You both smile. And then, silence.
What do you say?
You can say, Monday again, right? Everyone understands that feeling.
Yes. Monday again. That works any Monday morning in any country.
Or you can say, busy day for you? It's a simple question. It shows interest. And the other person can answer with 1 word or 10 words. Their choice.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You're at work, in a waiting room, in an elevator. Silence comes. You don't know what to say. You look at your phone.
Today, you have better options.
Okay, let's get practical. Real phrases. The kind that actual English speakers use.
Yes. Let's start with what I call bridge phrases. A bridge connects two places. A bridge phrase connects two parts of a conversation.
What do bridge phrases sound like?
Things like, so, anyway, or speaking of which, or oh, that reminds me.
Oh, these are so useful. Let me try. We're talking. Silence comes. I say, "Oh, that reminds me. Did you see the game last night?"
Perfect. You created a bridge. You moved from silence to a new topic naturally.
That reminds me is really useful because you can connect it to almost anything.
Exactly. Even if it doesn't really remind you of anything.
Huh, true. Another bridge phrase?
So, what else is going on with you? This is great because you're asking about the other person. People love talking about themselves.
Oh, yes. Ask someone about their life. Instant conversation.
Another one. By the way, you can use this to change the topic smoothly. Smoothly means in a natural, easy way. Not sudden. Not awkward.
Like, by the way, how was your weekend?
Yes. Simple. Natural. The silence is gone.
What about when you genuinely don't know what to say? Like your mind is completely blank.
Good question. In that case, you can say something honest. Like, I don't know why, I just completely lost my train of thought.
Lost my train of thought. What does that mean?
Great question. Your train of thought is the line of ideas in your head. When you lose it, the ideas stop. Your mind goes blank.
Oh, so it's like a train that disappears.
Exactly. And when you say this to someone, they laugh, they understand, because it happens to everyone.
And suddenly the silence isn't awkward anymore. It becomes a funny moment.
Yes, that's the magic. When you name the awkward moment, it becomes less awkward.
So instead of sitting there in painful silence, you just say, "Huh, I totally lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?"
Perfect. Easy. Human. Real.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You're in a conversation. Your mind goes blank. You don't know what to say. You panic.
Now you have the words.
Okay, last thing. What if we just accepted silence sometimes?
Oh, this is important.
Because I think we panic too quickly. Sometimes silence is okay.
Yes, there's a difference between awkward silence and comfortable silence.
What's comfortable silence?
Comfortable silence is when you're with someone you trust, and you don't need to talk. You both feel okay just being together.
Like when you're with a close friend. You're both reading. Nobody talks. And it's fine.
Exactly. That's comfortable silence. That's actually a sign of a strong relationship.
Interesting. So not all silence is bad.
Not at all. The key phrase here is, we're comfortable around each other. This means you feel relaxed. No pressure. No need to perform.
Comfortable around each other. That's a beautiful phrase.
And for English learners, here's something important to know. When you're learning a new language, silence sometimes means you're thinking. That's not bad. That's normal.
Yes, give yourself time to think. It's okay.
You can even say, let me think for a second. Or, how do I say this
These phrases buy you time. Buy you time means they give you extra seconds to think.
Exactly. And they sound completely natural in English.
So you're not panicking. You're not saying bread. You're just saying, let me think for a second.
Much better than bread.
Much better than bread.
Can I share something personal?
Of course.
When I first started speaking English in real conversations, I was terrified of silence. I thought silence meant I was failing. I wasn't good enough. My English was too bad.
I felt the same way.
So I talked too much, too fast. I filled every silence with words, even if the words didn't make sense.
And did that help?
No, it made me more nervous, and I said a lot of things I didn't mean to say.
So, what changed?
I learned that silence is not my enemy. Silence is just a pause, a breath, a moment to think. And that's okay.
I think for English learners, this is so important. You don't need to fill every single second of silence. You're allowed to pause.
Yes, you are allowed to think. You are allowed to say, let me think for a moment. That is not weakness. That is wisdom.
Remember this sentence. Silence is not failure. It's just a pause.
Say that again, John.
Silence is not failure. It's just a pause.
Okay, everyone, let's slow down now. Word tour time.
These are the key words and phrases from today. Say them with us. Learn them. Use them.
Word 1. Panic. This means to feel sudden, strong fear that makes you lose control of your thinking. Example 1. I panicked when the teacher asked me a question. Example 2. Don't panic. Just breathe and think.
I panic in elevators. Now, I have phrases. No more panic.
Word 2. Conversation starter. This is something you say to begin a conversation with someone. Example 1. The weather is always a good conversation starter. Example 2. He used a joke as a conversation starter at the party.
My new favorite conversation starter. This elevator is so slow. Right?
Word 3. Bridge phrase. This is a phrase that connects two parts of a conversation. It helps you move from silence to a new topic naturally. Example 1. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. Example 2. Speaking of which, did you hear about that new coffee shop?
Bridge phrases are magic. They fill silence without sounding weird.
Word 4. Train of thought. This means the line of ideas in your mind. When you lose your train of thought, your mind goes blank. Example 1. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Example 2. I had a great idea, but then someone interrupted me, and I lost my train of thought.
I lose my train of thought all the time. Now, I can say it in English.
Word 5. Comfortable silence. This means a quiet moment between two people where nobody feels nervous or pressured to speak. Example 1. We sat in comfortable silence, both reading our books. Example 2. You know a friendship is strong when you can sit in comfortable silence.
Comfortable silence is a sign of trust. I love that.
Word 6. Buy time. This means to do or say something that gives you extra seconds to think. Example 1. I said, that's a great question to buy time while I thought of an answer. Example 2. These phrases help you buy time in a conversation.
Let me think for a second. Perfect for buying time.
Word 7. Wired for. This means naturally built or designed to do something. Example 1. Humans are wired for connection. Example 2. Our brains are wired to look for danger.
We are wired for connection. That's why silence feels uncomfortable. Now I understand why. Okay, one thing to practice today. Simple. Specific.
Choose one phrase from today, just one, and use it this week.
Maybe it's oh, that reminds me, or long wait, isn't it? Or let me think for a second.
Pick the one that feels most natural to you.
And here is your sentence template. Practice saying this today.
Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Say it out loud. Right now. Even if you're alone.
Because when the moment comes, in real life, in a real conversation, your mouth will remember. Your brain will remember.
And you won't say bread.
You will never say bread, John.
Never again. Okay. Comment challenge time.
Here is your question for this week.
Tell us about your most awkward silence moment. What happened? What did you say?
Write it in the comments below. We read every single one. And trust me, your story will make someone else feel better about their awkward moments.
Because we've all been there.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It helps more learners find us.
And subscribe to Speak Unstoppable if you haven't already. New episodes every week. Just for you.
Thank you for being here today. Thank you for learning with us.
You showed up. That already makes you unstoppable.
Until next time, keep speaking.
Keep growing.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.